It's yours truly, Ricovibes. Welcome to another edition of Take 5. My special guest today, the one and only Little Pinches, a.k.a. Sir Alexander. What's going on, man?
Not much.
Man.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to be here. Let's go back because, we know Pinches.
Right.
But you are Little Pinches.
Right.
So I take it you were a fan of Pinches. How does that go?
A fan, a friend, great friend. Even when I decided to use the name Sir Alexander, I reached out to him. Luciano, Mixmaster David, told me to use the name Alexander, which is my real name.
Okay.
I mentioned it to Pinches, and he says, whichever name you decide to use, people are still going to call you Pinches. But whatever you decide to do, make sure you keep your thing respectful and on the Little Pinches level.
Gotcha.
So some people still say Little Pinches, a.k.a. or Sir Alexander, formerly known as. So it was Mixmaster David and Luciano who told me this. Okay. And I remember calling Mikey Sparkle, and I think I called you also and asked you your thoughts on this.
Yeah, we did.
Everybody said, just brand it. So that's what I've been doing ever since.
So I take it Pinches obviously was one of your influences.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else was some of your influences?
So I grew up in the dance hall.
Okay.
The first reggae artist to actually give me a microphone and say sing was Sugar Minott. So really? I consider myself coming from that stable, and I also grew up in Ocho Rios around Jack Ruby. Okay. And when I got kicked out of regular high school, I went to a private school, and the property next door belonged to Jack Ruby. Okay. So I used to see him almost every day because I used to be under the trees. I'd break with my friends, singing, DJing, anything. And, he kind of guided me along the way. I mean, Jack Ruby even showed me how to hold a microphone and not to cover the... So you can't cover up the bass part.
A lot of people don't know how to hold a microphone.
Hold the bass of the microphone and hold it, When you get that range and practice, then you have to take and work the stage. And I used to leave school and go to Jack Ruby's lawn to practice. There's nobody else in there but Jack sitting there. His son, his wife over there. Fat Jaw was there. Put a version on, and I'm just, I saw your work crowd. I was like, there's nobody here. I said, nah, man, work crowd, the place.
As if there was somebody there.
And I'm singing and just moving around. So, and every time Youthman Promotion came around, I remember telling my grandfather, I'm touring with Youthman Promotion, which is me stealing out, and I'm going from Orchard to St. Anne's Bay to St. Mary. Youthman Promotion, because Sugar Minott was off for the youths. Good. You will sing from 10 o'clock until 1, and then Sugar Minott will come on. And every other artist was a youth that was being promoted in his eyes. Wow. Even Little John considered himself a youth being promoted. They just gave him that respect. He just pushed artists all the way. We don't have that anymore. Wow. Now you have to...
So you kind of flew over getting kicked out of regular school, so because you don't seem like the type that caused problems. So what caused you to get kicked out of regular school?
It was I just wanted to write, and these teachers, they didn't understand me. So I got kicked out of school. I got suspended a lot of times.
Really? Wow. I just don't see you as an adult. I don't see you as the type of a kid.
High school, I had to go to private high school and all kind of stuff, man. My aunt had me come into her house for like a whole month. My grandmother couldn't know that I was not in school because my grandmother used to show up to school and act out. I call it act out.
Really?
But she said I was acting out, so she had to discipline me in front of my friends. Gotcha. So when I got suspended, my aunt had me going to her house doing schoolwork until she got me into another school. Wow. So yeah, shout out to my aunt.
Do you find any challenges being a world artist / reggae artist / dancehall artist coming out of Atlanta and based in Atlanta?
Yeah, there are some challenges, but I still have my links and my friends and the foundation always, so I know how to deal with things. I'm not a hype person, so I don't run with the hype, and I remain humble at all times. I wanted to name the EP Humble.
Really?
That's my style, But everybody say you have to go to Jamaica to make it. Right. Shinehead didn't.
True.
Shinehead is one of the biggest international reggae
and now Cranium and now W Magnum and a couple other folks.
Right, a lot of artists. So it all depends on the link you have.
Got it.
Because if I have you in Jamaica as one of the greatest producers and as a friend, you send me a track, I send the vocals, everything back, you mix, release.
And it's a lot easier now with technology. So.
Correct.
Talk a little bit about the new project, the EP. The name of the EP, what went into the labor of love, so to speak, that went into making that EP?
That EP was long overdue, but I took a break from doing everything because I wanted to study the business.
Okay.
So I can record, write a song like that. But then I watch other interviews with different artists who speak about if they don't perform, they don't make money off their song. And I'm not going to call these artists, but some of these artists, if you go to an American party, you have to play their song to start the party.
Correct.
And they say they only perform to make the money off the song. There's no copyrights, there's no publishing, nothing.
Got it.
So I was like, you know what, let me take a break, do some reading, do some research. And I did do all that. And I decided now was a good time to release this EP, Standby. And I only did 7 tracks. Well, one is the intro, 30 seconds, but they still consider it a track.
Right.
And I did it this way because people's attention spans are short. And there's so much music coming out every day. Everybody said their releases for different days. People don't have time to listen to a CD with 30 songs, or after they pass 10, they're bored.
Correct.
And it all has to be good songs. So I decided, let me do 7. One of the songs has been recorded since 2012, which is tonight. Track 6 was recorded since 2012.
Yeah.
When it starts out, it said, look up Pincha, sing. Went back and changed that to Alexander, sing.
Okay. Got it.
And then did some more up-to-date mixing on it and all that. The songs on there, I like all the songs.
Of course, those are your babies.
No,
Well, they've been telling me you don't like? Really?
Yeah. And that's when I didn't have a say.
Got it.
Like, for example, if I record a song for you and you have somebody mixing and I can't speak to the person and tell them
how you want it,
yeah, that's a problem for me.
Gotcha.
So with that said, I created my own studio, my own recording. I do all the writing, so I'm on top of everything. So everything that's released, I have the final say. If I hear something I don't like, I can reach back out to someone and say, can you change this? And
do you think you're one of your biggest critics in terms of your image, your music, everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And Pinchas also,
Yeah.
you know, his format. If you don't sound good, make sure you look good.
Gotcha.
Make sure you're presentable.
Right.
So, like I said, I try to stay humble. Love my music, love my clothes, but I need to be presentable at all times.
Got it. Obviously, Pinchas is one of your mentors. Me personally, I don't think I've ever heard a collaboration. Can we hear a collaboration?
You will.
Okay.
Also with other artists like Luciano.
Okay. All right. What are your goals in terms of your goals for this EP, and then in terms of your future goals?
The EP, I would like to touch more people, gain new friends or fans, as they call them. I would like to call them friends. Excuse me. It's like you're driving a stick.
Right.
You start with first gear.
Right.
Get to second gear.
Correct.
I want to take it, or like a plane taking off. I want to get to this level, but I want more people to realize and acknowledge the writing and the creativity of me putting the song together.
Got it. We hear a lot of music from you. We hear, we see a lot of activity, but we don't see a lot of visual in terms of videos. Is that something that's going to change moving forward?
I'm doing a video shoot next week for Assume the Position.
Okay.
Track number 2 on the song, on the EP.
How important is visual for you as an artist?
Actually, it's very important. Very. I have some ready, but I'm waiting for the time. I have a cartoon video, and the cartoon looks just like me. The dude who did it, I'm like, this is unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah, it's like unbelievable.
Right.
But I think I'm going to do a video for each song.
Okay. Each of the 6, we'll call it 6 songs.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. How's your kids in terms of what you do? Do you see them going in that direction?
My son sings. My kids love music, but my son, track number 6, Tonight. When I did that song, I remember leaving him the track because I thought when he was this tall, he was so much more into music. I said, can you write something for that? Of course, like anything Daddy say. When I got back home, he's doing So I took the melody from him and I wrote Tonight.
Really?
I wrote, and that's how I came up with the Tonight. And
got it. Wow.
But every now and then, he'll come in the studio, he'll hear something. My daughter now has an ear for anything. She's like, that part doesn't sound correct. Even when it's not mixed, this is just the first, just me writing. Because sometimes I'll write the songs, sometimes I will sit at the microphone and do 2 lines at a time, which is what I'm actually doing with a project I have now. But yeah, my kids are very into it. I let them hear everything. My son will be like, I don't think you should put that one on the EP. Because I have like 36 songs mixed and mastered.
Just sitting there.
Just sitting there. But I'm going to release more stuff. There's something else coming out real soon too.
Okay.
Yeah, social media is the name of that song.
Social media. Wow.
Don't friend me on social media if you don't rate me in a real life.
Now, you know, we hear your music a lot, especially on the local scene, on the Atlanta scene, in clashes. How important is that for you?
Now, the clash thing is my thing.
Really?
You'll see me at a clash quicker than any other.
Yeah.
It depends on the clash, but yeah. I grew up in Sound Clash. I love Sound Clash. I saw King Jammys competing against Saxon. Those things were unbelievable to me. And Jammys is playing himself, and Saxon is playing the sound himself.
Wow.
You know?
That's
so
huge.
you just and I'm just sitting there watching like, are you listening to the... Back then we used to have to listen to the quality of the sound system, the DJs, if they make sense what they're saying against. And, you know, you have an artist like Admiral Tibet on a completely different track, you know, singing Leave People Business Alone, Leave Jammy's Business Alone.
Right.
And then this guy comes back and plays it on one of Jammy's rhythm that he has not released yet.
Wow.
So Sound Clash is just an
So
art to it.
counteraction and, you know,
Right.
yeah.
It's just an art to it, and I grew up on Sound Clash, and I love Sound Clash, and yeah, I'm always recording dub plates. Even when you don't hear anything, that song, Something's Wrong, everybody...
Yeah, Matrix, everybody has it. Big up to Peck, by the way. You know,
Yeah,
Peck,
big up Super Peck.
one of your biggest supporters, man. Aside from myself and Mikey.
Actually, Matrix Supreme did Assume the Position, track number 2.
Okay, I got to listen to that again then, with a different ear now.
Oh yeah, and I wrote that song. When I heard the track, I'm like, this is some Dexter Daps type of vibes. It's not really my style. But no, I mean, I've got to change it up. So I wrote that song, and I came up with Assume the Position, ATP.
Wow.
So that's Matrix.
Now you sing and you also sing J.
Yeah.
Which one are you more comfortable with?
I started as a DJ at first, sing J as you call it, because back then my thing was I was a papa son, Major Words type of artist. I tried to combine both. A lot of people don't know who Major Words is or was. Major Words was before Shabba. Shabba came with that same voice.
Same style, yeah.
It is fresh. Why don't you take a rock? That was Major Words. So those are the guys I used to watch, and Papa San, you know. But I used to do both. I remember entering a competition on Easter Monday at one of the secondary schools, and I sang Ebony and Ivory. Hold on. So
you're comfortable with doing both, I take it then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I remember Ioctane telling me one time, yo, you sing J more because your butt on it. So I said, okay.
Wow.
So that's when I did Chatty.
Gotcha. You got the EP out. What's next for you?
So this is a small project to something bigger.
Okay.
There's an album coming. Can't give you a date yet. Like I said, I have 36 songs. Wrote 3 this week. Recorded them already. So I keep working. You're going to get some visuals. You're going to get a few more singles before the album.
Okay.
Like Social Media is something I think a lot of people are waiting for. That song. I have a song coming soon, and it's a little coming soon, straight to your bedroom. Nothing's wrong with you being the bride, just know I'm not ready for being a groom. Stuff like that. But
How about the collaborations? When can we hear those?
I'm waiting on them to give me permission. Because then it's their people that's doing the mixing.
Gotcha.
If it's my people doing the mixing, I can give you dates on that.
Gotcha.
So the album, somebody told me to run the EP for a year before the album. So we're just going to see how the EP...
Well, in music, a year is like 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, so...
And, you know, some EPs or some albums come out and it's a year before that.
Before it picks up,
It could be 8 months, 9 months, just like some of these rap songs. They were released a long time ago.
Correct.
So I'll just keep working, keep writing, and see what happens.
My special guest today, folks, the one and only Little Pinchers, a.k.a. Sir Alexander. What else do you want the folks to know about you?
But I'm real No, everybody know I'm humble. We don't want to get in trouble and give them more trouble.
For the folks all around the world, where can they follow you on social media?
Everything on social media says Sir Alexander. Some of it says Sir Alexander dot Little Pinchers or AKA Little Pinchers. And I'm on everything. I do Instagram a lot. I'm on Facebook, SoundCloud, YouTube. YouTube says Sir Alexander dot Little Pinchers. If anyone you type in, it will come up.
Okay.
But everything social media, I've been doing.
Okay. Well, man, it's been a pleasure having you here, man, talking about the new EP and so much more. Folks, once again, Sir Alexander, a.k.a. Little Pinchers, or vice versa. We'll see you next time with another edition of Take 5.